From a possessed Raggedy-Ann doll that can move around by itself, to haunted mirrors said to contain the ghosts of a mother and her children, we take a look at 6 incredibly spooky things. Number 6. The Haunted Wedding Dress. Anna Baker, daughter of Elias Baker, the rich iron tycoon of Blair County, got everything a person would need in their entire lifetime from her rich father, with one exception: true love. Anna fell in love with a handsome yet lowly iron worker who was employed by her father. After he refused to give her permission to wed the man of her dreams, Anna had only one decision left, and that was to live the rest of her life as an old maid just to spite her father. She had already picked out a wedding dress with her mother, and she never got the chance to wear it. You can still see it in the Baker Mansion at the Blair County Historical Museum. There, in plain sight, several individuals have claimed to see the dress move from side to side, which has led them to believe that the ghost of Anna still admires herself in the dress in the mirror. Number 5. Screaming Skull of Burton Agnes Hall. Burton Agnes Hall in East Yorkshire was manufactured by Sir Henry Griffiths and his sister during the rule of Queen Elizabeth I. One of Henry's sisters was wounded and killed during the development of the hall. For whatever reason, her sisters had promised to remove her head from her body after she died, but when they buried her, her head was still attached. Later, groaning and screaming could be heard in the hallway, so the sisters, on a hunch, returned to the cemetery only to find that the head was disjoined from the body. They brought the skull from the cemetery and relocated it into the hall. Since then, the screams and groans have not been heard. Number 4. The Conjuring Chest. Somewhere around 1850, Hosea, a slave of Jacob Cooley, was requested to fabricate a chest for Cooley's oldest child. Although Hosea was able to create a beautiful wooden chest, Cooley was somehow disappointed with his slave's efforts and beat him to death. Cooley's other slaves secretly vowed revenge for the passing of their friend. They obtained the dried blood of an owl and sprinkled it on the chest, and had a curse put on the chest by a conjure man. Shortly thereafter, Cooley's first child, still in its infancy, died inexplicably. Over the years, a total of 17 deaths have been attributed to the chest. Number 3. The Cursed Painting. This mass-produced print of a Bruno Amadeo painting called The Crying Boy has been very popular since around the 1950s, even more so in the British Isles. In the 1980s, it gained some extra media attention when the UK tabloid The Sun ran a story about firefighters from Yorkshire who swore they had been fighting fires at several houses in which everything was burned up except that painting. Because of this, many firefighters have developed a paranoia, and almost no firefighter would now dare to have it in their house for fear of starting a fire. Number 2. The Haunted Mirror. Although there are several things at Myrtle's plantation that people have claimed are haunted, it's perhaps the mirror, which was added to the home in 1980, that garners the most attention. Among the things that visitors have reported seeing in the mirror are child-sized handprints on the glass and figures hiding in the mirror. The spirits of Sarah Woodruff and her kids are trapped inside the mirror. The old custom says that mirrors are supposed to be kept covered after death so that the spirits don't get trapped. The Woodruffs were poisoned to death, and this mirror was not covered. So you can see why some believe that the souls of the Woodruff family are present and active inside the mirror. Number 1. Annabelle the Possessed Doll. A concerned mom with a daughter in college acquired this Raggedy-Ann style doll for her daughter in around 1970. The daughter brought it home to her apartment and at first rather enjoyed it. She and her roommate started to notice odd things happening around the apartment, many of which involved the doll. Sometimes it would move by itself. Sometimes they would leave it in one room, yet find it in another, although nobody claimed to have moved it. At one point, they discovered scraps of paper which wasn't their own, that had some childish scribbles on it. Perhaps most disturbingly, one day they discovered the doll incomprehensibly standing on just its cloth legs. If you like this video, why not hit that like button, and remember to hit the subscribe button for more videos every 2 days.